Alright, I want to make one thing known before I continue on with this, before I really get into the review. Everything that I'm about to talk about is not in chronological order per the season, right? And I feel like this has happened every time I've reviewed a season of The Walking Dead. The points that I talk about and that I focus on are not in any order of the season itself and how it occurred. So I'm gonna be all over the place, okay? So I just want that to be understood before I go ahead. So I'm just going to go ahead right now. And I want to say that there is a lot of opinions that I have about really each season, and there's a lot of opinions about this season that I have. So there's some that are in depth, some not so in depth. So I'm just gonna get through the ones that I can remember that aren't that really in depth. I mean, this is such a small thing to start off with. Carol's long hair looked weird, but I got used to it. One thing that I really enjoyed was seeing all the communities sort of work together, like the Hilltop, Alexandria, Oceanside, the Sanctuary, and the Kingdom. So I liked all that. And I'm saying that because I'm trying to lead into Negan. Okay, I really liked Negan. He was probably my favorite character this season. There's a few of them that I liked, but he was the one character that stuck out in my mind, which was weird because he's barely in it. And I guess it's like a nitpick. They were doing him so well, but he was barely in it. I don't know. Maybe if in some weird way, if he were in it more, then he wouldn't have been done as good. I don't know. But I liked what they did with him. It's weird that now I like him for totally different reasons, right? Because the last two seasons I liked him for the reason that he was such a good villain. He was a prick. He was an asshole, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan did such a good job in that role, and that's why I liked Negan. This, I saw a glimmer of hope that he could change, and I saw the change before my eyes. And I really want to see where they go with him. I am interested to see what they could do with Rick, because I know he's alive because of how that episode ended. I was also looking around on YouTube and found a video explaining that they're planning to actually do a Walking Dead movie series or something with him, like a trilogy or something. So that will be fun. So if that goes through, if they succeed in making Walking Dead movies for their AMC, exclusively for AMC, and I don't know, somehow if I get a chance to watch them all, I will review them all and I'll put them in my Walking Dead playlist. So it won't just be seasons of the show that'll be in my Walking Dead playlist. I'll have movies in it too. That'd be cool. I'm excited to see what they could do with that. Okay, there is one point that I do want to talk about, but I feel like I need to talk about something else, and I can't talk about this other thing after that point, so I'm just going to get into it. The Whisperers and Alpha. Holy shit. When the Whisperers, I love them. I'm just going to just take that breath and be like, good villains, man. I love them. This idea works so well. I was actually confused for a bit because I knew that what the Whisperers were before they introduced them, right? I knew that they were people in like zombie suits or something. I don't know what it is. They dress themselves up as zombies, okay, to sort of blend in. That's how they survive. That's how they cope. But I, at first, when they were first, delving into it, when the team or the communities didn't really know what they were dealing with, they thought that zombies were evolving. I actually thought what they were thinking, which was weird because I know what Whisperers are before they started introducing, because, I'm one of those people that watches videos explaining things before the movie or the season comes out, so I'm just one of those people. So I knew what Whisperers were, but I was still convinced somehow that what if they did do it like that? That would be interesting. But they went the traditional route, made them, from the comic books, made them people dressed up as zombies. I like them. What makes them work for me is Alpha and Beta. Beta is a badass physical villain. Alpha is fucking insane. And that's what I love about her. Negan, as a villain, you could say he was insane, but you actually understood him, and in a way you understand Alpha, but Negan was actually trying to build something. Alpha is not trying to build something. Her whole thing is forget building something, forget trying to bring the old world back like Rick was trying to do, or Negan was trying to do in his own way. Alpha is against all of that, and I think that makes her one of the most interesting villains on the show, because she kind of goes against everything that the protagonists and all the villains have tried to build. She goes against all of it, and I think that makes her one of the most interesting villains yet, next to Negan, because the actor that plays him does such a good job. That's what makes Negan good, but the writing and also I will say the acting for Alpha is top notch. So now that I've addressed the Whisperers and Alpha, the head reveal. Okay, I didn't really give a shit about the people's heads who were on sticks. I didn't really care about that. Like, I didn't really care about the characters. When I saw them, I was like, and most of it was just, and then two of them I actually cared about. One of them being Henry, to be expected. I mean, if it were always going to be him, then I would probably always have had that reaction. But Enid, I don't know. I was just, fuck, man. I don't know why, but I verbally said, no fucking way, when they revealed her head. Not only because she had a boyfriend, but because we've actually seen her. She's been around for a while. She was going to be with Carl, but he died. And, like, they had a fling before that happened, I think. But, you know, I was invested in her. And I'd say I was more invested in her than Tara. Unfortunately, I didn't give a shit about her dying. And this is another segue. Actually, me talking about this head thing. Tara was the last known leader of the Hilltop. She's great as a side character, but that's it. Okay, I don't really like I like her, but in that way. She's great as a side character. She's not the type of great badass character to be front and center. Okay, I don't know, like, the Hilltop keep losing leaders. Gregory was an idiot and an asshole. Thank God he's dead. Maggie was the best of them all. Jesus, still pretty good, and then he died as well. And then now they just was left with Tara, and now she's dead too. But with Maggie, like I said, she was the best of them. Is she coming back? I really want her to come back, because out of all of the female characters on The Walking Dead, she is one of my favorites. Carol is definitely one of them, Michonne. And Maggie is up there with them just because of how well they have built her up. So I hope that she comes back. I liked a lot of this season, like I pretty much do with every Walking Dead season. There was one episode that was very boring. And that happens, you know, there's always that one episode that sucks in every season of every show. But yeah, most of it I liked. And I guess that's it for my thoughts on The Walking Dead. I've been going for a little bit too long, but I guess I'll see you in the next video. I don't actually know what that is. I never know what that is, but yeah, I keep ending my videos off that way. Anyway, I'll see you in whatever videos come out next.